Welcome to the decoding of the Super Bowl 55 halftime show of 2021. Now, if you don't know, all of these giant mega performances, like at the Super Bowl halftime, which is when everybody and their mom is watching, these performances are always going to have this symbolism, this meaning, this deeper meaning behind them. And this one in particular, they went all out. And who better to perform than The Weeknd himself? If you haven't watched the series that I posted on TikTok, I'm going to upload it here as well. But it was all about how The Weeknd has sold his soul and is completely committed and indoctrinated into the system of the Illuminati and the elite, being completely controlled by the dark forces that be on this earth, that basically run the world. And now we see him performing at the biggest event in the US after the most crazy year that we've ever experienced. And they are now hiding nothing. So let's go ahead and break this whole thing down from start to finish. Now it starts out with all these nice Vegas lights and this arrow, this Pepsi's in a car, and there's some cool little flashy lady behind him. I first of all want to explain this pillar on the left. Now look at it. Look at it. Does it look anything like this? Does it look anything like this? It's almost exactly like this. It's a pillar with a globe on top, right? You go back, you look at it, pillar with a globe on top. Now, if you don't know what this is one of the Freemasonic pillars. It's in every single Masonic lodge, okay? Now, the Freemasons are a giant secret society with tons of different levels of power within them. The higher up you go, the more knowledge you get about what's actually going on. And at the highest level of the Freemasons, they worship Satan. And straight out the gate, at the very beginning, you see this Freemasonic symbol that is the globe with the pillar on top. It's called Boaz, the Boaz pillar. I'm not going to go too deep into the meaning of this pillar, but as you can see right here, it's right in plain sight as the Boaz pillar in the Freemasonic lodge, putting it in your face that they are in power here and they are in control of this Super Bowl halftime show. Now, as we go forward, it's all different pieces lined up. Now, first, I wanted to pause it here because other than this little Pepsi circle here, as if you take that out of account and take that section out, then these arrows here, they have 33 lights on them. Each of these lights, you count them and it's 33. Now, the highest level of Freemasonry, which is this pillar right here, there's 33 lights. The highest level of Freemasonry you can get is a 33rd degree Freemason. That's the highest level you can get in Freemasonry. Just throwing it out there. And there's two arrows, up and down. That could represent as above, so below. Right? The Satan, the guy with the goat doing this whole thing. That could be that scenario. That could be reaching. I could be reaching. I could be really kind of trying really hard to see that. But I'm just throwing it out there as an idea. You can take it for what you want. And it's kind of symbolizing all of the flashy things, like the flashy lights, all the Vegas, the Sin City, the nice car, just materialistic ideology. Takes a nice seat on the bench here, and literally, an angel with red eyes falling from the sky into a choir of demons. Are you kidding? This is literally a ritual directly in front of our faces. These are demons. And the main demon fell from the sky with red glowing eyes. What? As the gates open up in bright gold light, and The Weeknd himself walks out of the gates with his arms wide open, dude. Look at him wearing his red sparkly jacket with a black shirt. Dude. What? And look at him, he's lit in red. All lit in red. Alright, now everything turns red. Okay. Starts flashing lights. All these words. Okay, we're gonna find out what all these words are flashing. I mean, just look at the red cloudy sky with these words. Okay, so we got touch. Now he's just saying, touch me, don't feel me. So I'm thinking that the touch thing kind of means that like love and the emotion and all of the things that come with having like a good soul. Like the only way that you can feel anything is with touch, right? The sex, the drugs, like all these things that, evil puts out there and is about. That's the only way that they can feel alive is through the touch, right? And then we have you lose, which is basically a giant middle finger to all of us. Like they just won with what is going on in the world, with what is going on in politics. They have just won. And they're just flashing the middle finger, literally in our faces, saying, look, we won, you lose. Satanists are the power here, and we're going to run the fucking world from here on out. And then we got Alone, which is how he feels, which is what he portrayed in his giant movie of music videos that he did. And think about what's happening right now, right? We are all 6 feet apart with masks on, and we are being forced to be alone, quarantined in our houses. They want us to be like them. They want us to not feel anything. They don't want us to be together, to love each other. They want us to be alone and miserable, which is what they're doing with this whole coronavirus thing. And then it says ours, which is basically them saying, you all belong to us. We own you and you are ours. And then on the top right here, it says long enough. Like the good earth, the good world that you have lived in has gone on long enough, and now it's time for us to take over. You are ours now. And the gates open up once again with the giant gold room of light. Now look, this is him basically trying to like hypnotize us, right? But he's kind of showing us what's on the walls. So this one says gone. On the right side, it says feel nothing, which relates back to the touch word that was on the stage, okay? They feel nothing other than touch. They don't have emotions. They don't have consciences. They are evil. They can literally do anything they want in this world and literally be the most evil, satanic, horrifyingly disgusting creatures and feel no remorse. Their souls are gone, dude, literally right there. I'm trying to figure out what this says over his shoulder, but I can't read it. It literally looks like it's just symbols, right? It doesn't even look like words. If you can tell me what this is in the comments, let me know, because I don't know what that means. It's just a bunch of shapes, right? It looks like it at least. I can't read it. Now, as you can see behind him here, it says your mind. And next to it on the wall, it says ours. So it's saying that your mind is ours. They are literally controlling your mind. It's mind control, what they have been doing to us through the media, through the pop stars, through all this entertainment industry. We have been, they now control our minds, and they're saying it to us right here. It says your mind is ours. And boom, a bunch of his clones come out with face bandages, right? Just literally, they're all bumping into each other. You don't know who's who. Now, real quick, I wanted to get into something here because this is the Pepsi halftime show, and there's a thing on Michael Jackson that I could probably talk about for a lot longer than I'm going to today. Back in the day, Michael Jackson made a Pepsi commercial, and at the Pepsi commercial, there was fire involved. Michael Jackson got lit on fire and his entire face was burned, like literally melted off. He had to wear these face bandages, just like you see here. He was literally in those. It was for a Pepsi commercial. You can look it up. He got horrifyingly injured, and actually his face was basically burned off. And that was one of the main reasons why he got all that plastic surgery. So could all of these clones of The Weeknd be a reference to the burn victim that was Michael Jackson, possibly being cloned after his face got burnt off at the Pepsi commercial? And they're showing us and explaining that to us through his halftime show. And that could be one of the many reasons behind this face covering and just how many clones there are with it on. Now, real fast, when you look at it from afar, does this not look like a graveyard, like a cemetery, and all these are just tombstones? However, when you get closer, each tombstone is actually an office building. Like it's almost a cemetery of office buildings. Like the system that they have set up for you, where you work your 9-to-5 job until you die, is being portrayed as a cemetery of office buildings. And that's how they own you. That's how you're basically already dead. You're not even alive if you're literally slaving your days away in an office building for your whole life. You haven't had the opportunity to actually enjoy what you've been gifted with on this earth. This is literally a graveyard, a cemetery of office buildings that they are performing in. Now, if you look up to the right here, on the upper right-hand corner, you can see the words are circled. It says your mind, like your mind, right? The thing is the Y is not lit up. It's blank. The Y is, you can see it, but it's not lit. The rest of it is blue. It says our mind. It says your mind, but in code, it's our mind. So what they're telling you is that your mind, what you think is yours, they are actually in control of. They have complete control of your mind because they're brainwashing you through performances like this and through the media and through all of this stuff in the entertainment industry and all of this. They're controlling your mind and they're telling you right here, your mind is not actually yours, it's ours because we control it. And it's lit up in plain sight for you to see. But I highly doubt you saw that. And you can also notice that all of the people who used to be demons or the angels, right, are now all wearing black. Every single one of them changed from that angel gown into black suits. Look at the top left right here. That is Saturn. The evil of this earth literally worships the planet of Saturn. Now check this out. Saturn worship the great father time. Okay. Now it says the planet Saturn is known as the dark sun. Thus the god Saturn is characterized as being cold, dark, and evil. In ancient Rome, he was the most evil of the gods. Today, millions of people honor Saturn. Ultimately, Saturn is Satan. He is symbolized by the Magen David, the black cube, Santa Claus, and Saturday. Santa Claus? What? Is Santa evil? So yeah, basically, ultimately, Saturn is Satan, right? And they literally have Satan up in the top corner. The god Satan, which is Saturn, like I guess, right, is up in the corner. It's literally a satanic ritual right in front of your face. As the whole sky is red, it says sin over here. It says sin right there. All right, now House of Balloons starts playing. A bunch of demon clones having lights in their hands, just in a dance, in a formation dance. And they're just marching to "We're happy here in our happy house of Satan." As the sky is lit like it's the apocalypse, it kind of looks like there's a dragon up there. Almost like they're saying hell is our happy house, right? They're all just marching together. Now listen to them. This is fun, baby. This is fun to me. Hell's dope. Hell's cool, man. Satan's not even a bad guy. He's actually pretty cool. And this is fun. Doing satanic rituals is fun to me, especially when it's in front of the entire country. Now, is it just me or does he look like a completely different person? Like his face looks like it's made out of plastic. Now that could either be a 6 or it could be a Q. A 6 would make sense because it's the devil and the number of the beast is 666. And it could also make sense with this whole Q movement. If you looked into the Q movement, it's basically exposing all of the corruption, all of this kind of stuff to the public. And basically saying that there is a plan in play to defeat it and just sit back and don't do anything because we got it. I went back and I looked at the Katy Perry halftime show. Now look at the drum set. Look at the drum set real quick. There's a Q on it. This one is from 2016, which is, I think, when this whole Q movement was originated. And on the drum set, it says Q. Why? They could have any drum set ever. It could be blank. But why did they decide to put a Q on it? Was this an operation to make the only people who would stand up against them docile and complacent so that they could go on with their agenda? I don't know. It could be a 6 or it could be a Q, but let's get back to it. I think that all of the clones dancing around is definitely referencing clones, first of all, because in the Weeknd's last music videos of the series, it totally referenced clones and how he had been cloned and stuff like that. His head has been chopped off and got sewed onto another body and then became alive again, right? And then he was performing up as a little doll in front of the elite. And now there's a bunch of clones with plastic surgery bandages on. And they also have face masks on, which could represent the ritual that we do, that they have literally controlled us to do by wearing our masks and covering up our faces, just like these demons do. It's almost like when we put our face masks on, our face diapers to go into the grocery store, we're participating in a satanic ritual. And this could represent us as the minds that they say they control. It's just so creepy, dude. And the whole stage, the whole field is lit in red. Dude, they didn't even try to hide it. Like, it was so obvious in your face that there was some massive shit wrong with that one. It's blatant Satanism. There's Saturn literally on the stage. And a fallen angel with red glowing eyes was the first thing to happen in the whole show. I mean, look at how arrogant they are. They just they're literally saying that we are in control of your mind. Your mind is not your mind, it's our mind, and we control it. They have you. You are theirs. They said you are ours. Feel nothing. You're alone now. We separated you. You don't get to hang out with your friends. You don't get to talk to people. You can stay 6 feet apart, at least, with your face diaper on. They just told you that they own you. It's freaking evil, man. They said you lose. The sign right behind him the whole time says you lose. So there's your Super Bowl halftime performance. A giant satanic ritual full of symbolism and telling us who really is in control and who really owns your mind and who really wins and who they really worship. I hope it woke you up a little bit, and I hope you take this into account when you go forward, thinking about who to really listen to, who to really follow their guidance, and the stuff that you let into your mind. It's time to take our power back, dude. It's time to realize that we are the most intelligent life forms on the planet, and the life that they have laid out for us, the system that they have forced us to live in, we don't have to do it. We don't have to. But we live in a society of complacency and ignorance, and so we just fall right into their trap and don't think there's anything wrong with it. We just go ahead and go with the flow. But this is not how we were designed to live this life. We were designed to be as happy as we possibly can be, and the sad thing is 95% of the people on this earth are freaking sad as shit. And it's about time we change that. Unleash that power that lays dormant inside of you, and unshackle yourself from the control of these demons, these evil people. You don't have to be controlled by them. You have your own power that you can unleash. So let's do it. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.